by Tupac Shakur.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that. We're here. We're talking with our friend. What do you want? Do you want to intro? Like, are you Isaiah Killinger or are you Saah Deluge?
We're gonna feel it out.
Okay. We can
I
cop
feel
a
like
feel.
it should be super, like this should be like so natural,
Yeah,
like-
I wanna be like Charlemagne.
like a real like a conversation, like it starts in the middle,
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
and then we just keep going.
Yeah.
Like my vision for this was like I was thinking about it before I came here. When I grabbed my camera, I was like to get a shot of like your house and then like birds chirping like in the morning or something, and then we're here but it's night
Yeah.
time right now.
I also guarantee that camera has died, but that's whatever. You'll buy. Fuck this camera. Yep. That's alright. We still got like a bunch of shots.
Okay,
That's perfectly fine.
so what are the cameras?
Now we got
That
Ian's
one?
over here moving on the reg. We got mine that fell down. What the fuck? What the fuck? I had the tilt lock off apparently like a fucking jack off. I'm tilting it the wrong way.
Damn.
Yeah, this is a real. I quite like things where you can tell that they were made by people.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
This is very made by people.
Human error.
Yeah, no. I want to see the stitching on my shit. I want to see the stitching. I want to see the fingerprints. All like grubby shit that they fucked up on, or that they did on purpose so you would notice.
Yeah, that's the Virgil thing. So kinda, I mean his is more precise.
Yeah, no, his is so very clearly I made this.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's easy to look at what he's doing now and be like, oh, that's so derivative. But like, he was the first
Yeah.
guy that did that, and now everyone's aping his shit, and it's like,
Mhm.
I see why.
Right.
Off-White was cool. I mean, whenever I was getting into that kind of scene in the culture, Off-White was like all the rage. But now I'm like, I'm kind of glad I didn't buy any Off-White stuff. Not that I could ever afford it, but I was like, yeah, this is cool, this is trendy. But now it's like,
Yeah, the Off-White brand itself, aside for the belt,
the belt's classic.
is not for me.
No.
And like the logo with the arrows is not for me.
No,
but like
it's-
the collabs, yes.
Yeah, all those shoes he did with Nike. Yeah,
And
dude.
then Louis Vuitton, have you seen the Bounce House?
No.
The Bounce House is like it's
Virgil
all
did a
red.
Bounce House?
Yeah, Louis Vuitton Bounce House.
Fucking Christ. I had no idea this existed.
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. It's like the best red.
He comes from like an architecture background, right? He comes from like a construction background.
Yeah, I was I was watching an interview. It was Joe LaPuma from the sneaker shopping stuff. He was talking to John Mayer and Jerry Lorenzo. You know Jerry Lorenzo? He does Fear of God.
Okay.
And they did a collab with Nike. And it was something that like I get reminded of these things about like design and about people and like how everyone gravitates toward different stuff. And I can relate it to music too, because Tyler the Creator and Rick Rubin had a similar conversation just in regards to sound rather than like design. And Jerry Lorenzo was like he had his own the Fear of God collab was shoe, right? Well, other stuff, but like he was talking about the shoe, and he was talking about how he got his own silhouette, and that's like super rare for people to do silhouettes. Usually they just do colorways of things that already exist.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how his gift was in shape rather than like color or something like that. Because if you look at Fear of God pieces, they're all like simple, like neutral, and usually like just neutral colors, but then the shape is what makes you like know that it's Fear of God.
Yeah, it's kind of way with Rick Owens too. Is it's
that's
so simple. Like
Yeah.
it's just like I mean, there's those like the ones that get memed on where it's like basically just Chuck
Yeah.
Taylors, but like they look just a tad different.
Yeah.
And I mean, they shouldn't be like $800 fucking dollars, but like it's high. That's that whole world. That's what that world is. But like you can tell it is just by the way it looks, you know.
I mean, I believe that you should sell anything you make for what you think it's worth.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if people
'Cause I
don't
don't
buy
think
it,
you-
they don't
'cause
buy it. It's
I don't think you're
egg
wrong.
on your face. But if they buy it, then fucking way
Then
to
you're
go.
not wrong.
Yeah.
As
then
soon as someone buys it, you're not wrong.
especially when people start getting money, but the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Like I remember, you know about the fountain sculpture the guy did.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was like just doing it like as a fuck you to the art world,
Mhm.
and then everyone was like, "This is such a fucking brilliant take on the art world."
Yeah,
everyone
and
was
like
he was like, "Stop it, no."
Yeah, the same with the banana tape thing.
Yeah, but somehow that was even lamer than fountain. But the banana tape thing was funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's great.
And then the guy eating it was like really the fucking.
Was even better.
Yeah, no, I think he was in on it. Maybe it was a piece of performance art that we just weren't aware
Or maybe
of.
he just got it better than anyone else.
Yeah,
did, and he just had the testicular fortitude to do it.
Walking in an art gallery and eating some rich guy's art.
Eating art. I eat art every day.
I eat every day.
The way the Viracocha chefs it up. Nah, today he made this thing for lunch, and we didn't have any rice, so I was like, damn, we don't have rice. But he made, I think I told you earlier, it was the like shrimp steak chicken with like shredded jalapenos and stuff like that, and it was like pan seared with this. Yeah,
that sounds like a fucks.
Yeah, he does. No, he does it. He does that cooking stuff.
I saw him on a story. He posted some shit that was like, "I'm pretty nice at this whole cooking thing," and I was like, "He ain't."
Nah, he is. It's like a hidden talent.
Fucking nice.
It's hidden. Like, I mean, it's not hidden, but it's like something people are gonna be like, "Yo, you need to go to Viracocha's house whenever you guys do stew sessions, and he'll whip it up." We're thinking of, we're trying to like map out the Cultural Deities like headquarters, and like what's all gonna be in it. Like we're thinking like basketball court, like a half court, and like a soccer like turf and everything. Then he said something about punching, and then like floating stairs that goes up to this room for like riders, like a garage door that's always open that lets in natural light. Not always, but that just lets in light with a car parked there for vibes and stuff. Like just like we just want to be like the coolest label.
Like, yeah, no, like everyone just wants a fantasy factory.
Yeah,
that's like the blueprint.
that's what it is.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. It's like the NAMESTOO studio Dreamville would be just fucking. Just a giant warehouse.
Like it should be.
Like all the shit that I want, just like
there
to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I put
like,
it there.
Like that's the plan. Like when we release the song, and then hopefully get approached by like labels and stuff that like he wants to do the joint venture with Cultural Deities, and then ask for a certain amount of money that we can do all of this with.
So when's a good idea to launch? Or do you have a date set yet? And if you don't, if you do and you want to not have it out there, we can just bleep this later.
Oh no, I'm gonna announce it tomorrow, so I can say it today.
Oh yeah, because it'll get okay. Word.
Yeah, it's it's gonna come out. We want it to come out May 18th on a Tuesday, like records used to come out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, May 18th, 2021. I'm announcing it tomorrow. I commissioned my coworker Alice to come up with this like comic, and it's gonna be like 4 panels, and it's gonna be me introducing myself, like, "Hi, I'm," like speech bubbles, and it'll be like, "Hi." Some of you all of you probably know me as Isaiah. Some of you may have formerly known me as Ambassador Blue. But it's time to officially announce my new name, even though I've had that name, like that I've changed my handles for about a couple months, maybe a few months, actually. And then the next one is her introducing herself. Then the third one is like the announcement of the track title with like a more detailed portrait of us two, and then the fourth one will be the date. And yeah, like I just want it to be super engaging and like people to understand that like this is a big deal. Like it feels like a big deal. For sure. Like it really, because in the music that I've made in the past, like I've always thought that like at the time that I didn't realize it was unrealistic expectations, because I was so heavy on like the blog era stuff. I was like, oh, someone's gonna hear this and see like potential, or I thought it was already there, but the quality wasn't there. There's a few exceptions, at least writing wise, but I mean, yeah, with this new slew of records for the album that I'm making, we just really hit like a different like work ethic. We set the bar higher than we had before, and like everyone is playing their part to the like utmost degree. Like they're doing better than they ever have before, I think, at least. Yeah. And it all like it's just this, it feels like this well-oiled machine, and like everyone around me is like getting this feeling of like that a wave of that we're just gonna unlock this next level of life, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even people that have no idea about the song or haven't heard the song, they just see that like I'm working.
Yeah, and you're pulling talent too. You're getting lots of, like, whenever we were at the studio that for that Good Idea recording session, you were just like, we had like a dozen people there. That one guy showed up with a guitar who I forgot his name, but like he was there, and like
Jordan Payne,
and he was super sweet. But like no, like I'm definitely optimistic about it because I see that you really believe in it. Which makes me really believe in it, which makes whenever you believe, and I know you believe in it, and I like it, and everybody else around it, like, it's like just the thing that we can all help out with. It's like, you need the thing, like, you don't get people to build the pyramids without, like, instilling them with, like, I know this is gonna suck ass, but you're gonna have a pyramid at the end of it, and like that's like the higher vision. The higher vision is the record, and so like now we got like that carrot on a stick, but now you're able to like pull talent, and you're able to pull all this, and I mean I'm fucking excited just for the lead single to come out.
Yeah, me too. It's just like, and it took so long for it to be realized because I heard the beat on a Twitter, it was just like a Twitter video that the producer Soldado posted, and I sent it to Brandon, not knowing what I was going to do, but I sent it to him and I said, this is a hit, and he was like, that's what we text each other as like an acknowledgement. It was like just a bunch of M's. and I DM'd the producer. It was like 13 minutes after the snippet went up, and I just asked how much, and he gave me the exclusive and the lease price, he gave me the lease price and the track out price, and I was like, no, I need the exclusive. And then he told me what that was, and then I like paid for it in installments, and then everything shut down and I wasn't working, and it was great because he understood that. Like, he was like super flexible. Like, the world is in a place that it hasn't been since we've been alive.
Yeah.
So he was like super flexible, super professional, great business. And then I got the track sometime in April, and the first time I played it through, I cried, not knowing what I was gonna do with it. Still, like, then I went through life, and then I used a text message that I sent an old manager of mine that I went on a couple dates with, as for the chorus. And then I wrote the original verse about a relationship I was in that July. So I still had the beat for like 3 months or so, and I hadn't had the first verse finished because I put a lot of pressure on this song, and then it just happened super naturally. And then I was telling Brandon what I needed, what I envisioned for the second verse, because I knew that it needed a female voice on it, like a very like, not sweet, but just like a very nice tone, like higher register, uppity, energetic, passionate, maybe a little flirty.
I remember whenever we were up there, that was like the word you were using, was like flirty, but like upbeat, not like seductive, but like femme fatale kind of vibe.
Yeah, and then he showed me Zoya, and she only had like 1 song or 2 songs out, and I don't know how he found her, but he knew that she would be useful. And then I approached her, and like I heard it, and I was like, yes. Like I knew immediately, like, yeah, that's the one. Like that's it. Because I was thinking, like to use an artist as an example, like I was like, this would be great if I could just like sell this. Like in my head, it was like Drake and Doja Cat making this song. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, that's how I approached the creation of the record. And then Brandon showed me Zoya. We planned the offer out to where like if she said no, then she was like we felt like we were gonna try to like give her an offer she couldn't refuse. Like whatever, like this amount of money, we're gonna take you to the studio. You can bring one person for comfort because like we understood like she doesn't know us, and she's also like a woman, and like we're two, like I'm a big dude. He's a big dude. Like just in case she had any like
reservations.
Anything, and you can bring someone for comfort, and then you can record. We'll give you an hour of studio time out of what we book. And then she was like, yes. And then I sent her the track, and she was like, I like it. And then we were going to go. I wanted to go like on Halloween of 2020, and she ended up not going. She had to do something else. And then I did a demo. It turned out like great. Like after the demo, like we still have like that's still the hook that we're using. That version is still the hook that we use in the song for all my parts. And then I did like a few others. Came back, played it for Brandon on like this little speaker that we have, and he was like, yeah, what you did is like what you needed to do. And I feel like that's what we've done throughout the duration of making the album. And Good Idea is just the first, like a great reintroduction to my music and who I am. And we were going to do it in January, but she had a concert, so we did it in February, and we brought you and Steven, and she brought Damo, and Brandon brought Clarissa, and Jared came with us, and we cut another song, and then like the whole
fucking Damo laid down a demo basically.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did his own. She did her own. Unfortunately, Brandon Viracocha. I'm gonna use that like interchangeably. Yeah. Like he tried to get one, but it just wasn't his time. But he wasn't like upset. Yeah, we rented out 2 studio rooms, cut all those songs at the same time. Like it was for 8 hours, and they were still mixing Jared and I's song, Red Anthony, him and I's song. And then Zoya was like kept doing her verse. She came, and the verse wasn't finished, but I asked for that because I wanted to like write it with her in case hers was too like. Because when I told her, I was like, I want like white mother friendly lyrics. Because like it's that type of song.
Yeah, it's like, a very, very cheerful.
Like it's a suburban, like you can play that one song, like in that everyone like it's a super like agreeable song.
Yeah,
and I would say by design, but that sounds like I always feel like that sounds ingenuine or something like that.
No, but I mean,
but like, I have not. But like,
it isn't. It wouldn't be. You would be kind of dumb if you didn't want a large amount of people to enjoy it. And that's kind of hypocritical because we all kind of enjoy the niche stuff, but like if you're making music and you want more people to hear and enjoy it, then you can't like be saying whatever you want. You have to kind of like not even censor yourself, but just like you're doing a different thing. It's serving a different purpose than something else would. Because you have songs on the album that white moms probably won't enjoy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like that was the thing about the older stuff was like, yeah, when I was making music in middle school and high school, I knew not everyone was gonna like it. But with this, it just feels like there's like the goal was to do it without compromising the art itself, or
Mm.
like still give them me without like.
You're good, bro. This is where we live.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all natural. Yeah, no, we're fine. No,
All
we're
natural
fine.
like my titties.
Oh,
Word.
from her.
Bro.
Hi, Beth.
Here.
What's up,
Hello.
yo?
Yeah, no, we're doing this.
I was wondering if I should flush the toilet, but I was like, it's gross to not flush the toilet, but I don't want to make noise.
No, someone already did.
You
It's
better
fine.
flush the toilet.
I did.
Good,
No, we
good,
don't
good,
care.
good.
Then I was nervous. I was like,
No,
dang it,
it's
did
totally
I just mess up
fine.
their words?
Flush it twice.
No, DIY makes it so endearing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just like, we're running this shit out of here.
Yeah.
It's fueled on love and caffeine.
Yeah. Oh, let's tell them where we are.
Oh, we're at bleep all that. We're in our living room of our house where we live. And Ian's on the camera.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the best room in the fucking place.
This is such a great room. I love being in here. This house is so conversational, so comfortable.
We whenever we moved in, we wanted it to be the place we had conversations, and I don't know. I think part of something I noticed was that like over the winter we all kind of like did our little hibernation thing. We all kind of like hung out in our rooms because like this is a more like bigger room, so it's harder to heat up. It feels like.
Yeah.
But now that it's warm again, it feels like the house.
You didn't
is,
have air conditioning either, did you?
No, it feels like the house is much more alive now that the weather's gotten good again, and so it feels like whenever we moved in, we literally would just come in here and get high and talk for like hours and hours. But then winter came around, and then school kind of really set in,
Yeah.
and then we all just kind of like retreated and hibernated. But now that the winter has gone away, kinda,
Mhm.
we're all back,
Mm-hmm. and
now like we're doing this shit again. I don't know that we would have been able to do this like 4 months ago. I don't know if any of us were in the headspace to do it. I certainly wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, I would have been too busy trying to make the album. I'm still making the album.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's getting harder to write because I feel like I'm living less.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to never take breaks writing. And that's probably what took Good Idea so long, is that I needed to find out like what it was about actually.
Mm-hmm.
All I had was the chorus. And the chorus is like pretty general, like if you don't have the context of the verses. But yeah, but then when I figured it out that it was like about playing hard to get, then I was like, oh, okay. I know exactly what I need to do. Yeah. And like it's just really good. Like I'm really excited. And now that we're getting all this like press done,
Mm-hmm.
all the promotion rolling, like I bought my roommate's camera, the one that he's filming on. I bought it from her, and like I'm just going out taking pictures of people, trying to make it fun for them, like because I understand like the whole DIY aspect of it is very like it's charming and endearing, but it's also difficult. Like it's frustrating.
No, for sure. It's there's a weird like tightrope you can walk on of like being a very well organized group of ragtag DIY people whenever like they believe you.
Uh-huh.
Like you just act like you know your shit even though you got no idea, but like you know what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like cuz I like for example, there's an idea so good I wish I would have fucking had it and done it. Was this they do a podcast outside. They set up a table and they have their 2 microphones and then they have a sign that says like our podcast outside will pay you $1 to be a guest. And it's fucking hilarious.
That's great.
It's so great. And like I've thought about doing stuff like in the quad, but they did it first. And then but like they have a camera guy and the camera guy and just like the broadcaster microphones
Mm-hmm.
makes people think you're. I think just having a camera on the street and like somebody else with a microphone, people don't know how to act because they act like that's an impossible thing.
Yeah, when we
because
went
for us we act like it's a casual thing, but for anybody else we're like, oh my god, they have a camera. This is fucking wild.
Yeah, it's like either I always feel like people either take it like 2 ways. Either like those people are full of shit, or it's like which is what I always assume.
Yeah.
Because I am full of shit. Or it's like, oh, who are these people?
Who are they?
Like, are they important or
What
something?
are they doing?
Like, they seem like important.
Should I know who that person is?
Like when we got food, because when we got food yesterday, like I brought the camera into the shop and it's like tiny, like this, like the seating area is like barely bigger than this room. Like it was tiny, and like we were just all there. We had our cameras. We were all dripped out. It was a small town, probably like I would say like 3,000, 5,000 people. I'm not sure how big it is, but it was like Palmyra, Missouri, and like it just looked like we were having fun, like taking pictures, and people were like looking at us weird, like, what are you doing with that camera? And then we went to Quincy, and when we were taking pictures, we found like this theater. I think it was a theater with these like really cool lights, and we wanted to take pictures into there, but there was like a group of dudes that were there, and then like we walked up and they just like dispersed. like it was so weird, like, and they were just chilling, and then they saw we were taking pictures, and if they didn't disperse and they were standing outside, it didn't take a while for them to head in. Like, I don't know, it's really strange, like being like a creative, especially a young creative, and like wanting, and like also wanting to be like I also want to be courteous.
Yeah. You don't want to put anybody in a situation they don't want to be in.
Yeah, like at least like civilians, you know, and like I don't want them to like, because I get nervous that they're gonna be like rude and be like, get out of here, like why do you have a camera, like what are you guys doing, or something. Like, I don't know if that's rude, but just like come on, like we were all having a good time and you're here with this camera.
Yeah.
And people are, but I don't know, because it's also weird because of like phones and stuff, like that attitude has changed, and like but that generation like
but it's
didn't
like
have that.
Just having it over, like having one of those compared to a phone is like a completely different kind of vibe. I get exactly what you're saying. It is weird. Yeah,
so it was just strange, but like we really want to make it like, like I want everything to be mutually beneficial for everyone. A big thing about what I'm doing with this like rollout and this project, not just for the single, but for when we start to roll out the album, and like we release the title and the track list and the date that we have in mind, or if we get the record deal off of Good Idea, which is what we're hoping, and then is to like keep everything like in-house, so to speak, even though all my friends right now are freelancing, like you're doing this, like you're not charging me for this. And like I was saying, like I commissioned Alice for the announcement, and I commissioned another artist to do a cover that I'm trying to take the font from, and like I want to own that font and use the font for the album. And then I commissioned another artist for the cover, and it just didn't feel like the cover again. And it's like, but like I'm turning that into merch, hopefully. And we just like finally found an artist. And I had you take the pictures, because we had that idea to send to another artist, or graphic designer, I should say. And just the like we're like like you said pooling talent, like not just musically, like also pooling talent like visually from all, like across all forms. And like I just want to bring everyone up. I want everyone to realize like all their dreams, or like creative aspirations, at least, if they want to do or discover something about themselves that they didn't know they wanted to do, and like go up together. And sometimes it does feel selfish because it's my song, but like we have so much faith in the track that it'll be like worth it for everybody.
Mm. I mean, like, even like you could, I like that because first of all you own it and all your friends own their shit that they've contributed, like that's all, or the track's yours.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's no one else's, but we've all pulled help in on it. But like everyone's working on it, but also you put the most work into it. You put more work than anybody else into this track.
Mm-hmm.
So it is yours. Like it is your baby.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just feel selfish for like sometimes for asking everyone else to help raise it.
Oh well.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
If they don't want it, they don't got it.
Yeah, but that too. But sometimes like.
No, I'm glad you approached me to do like the doc footage in this, because like I'm so used to making shit for me,
mm-hmm.
and it's like I'll do whatever for me. Like I'll shit out whatever, make it however I want it. But
mm-hmm.
like I'm making this for you, so that's like a higher. I'm trying to do something better than I would make for me.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, it's a thing that I feel like whenever people would approach me for like features, I'd be like, oh well, I've got to like own the track.
I gotta step the fuck up.
Yeah, like I can't. Yeah, like I can't. Like they put their faith in me, so like I have to deliver.
Yeah, because it's like you could ask somebody else, but you picked me, so I better fucking show up to play it.
Yeah, and like I recruited. Like another thing, I recruited this one of Brandon's daughter, her babysitter. I mean, she doesn't really babysit her anymore, but we became friends. And well, I had a crush on her, but we became friends. And
nice.
Like I want her to talk like on the album, doing like spoken like pieces like on examples I always use are not Casey Hill, but like on 90210 by Travis Scott. There's like a girl talking like at the beginning of Nothing But Net, I think. There's one at the beginning of an Isaiah Rashad song, I think Ronnie Drake. But yeah, just something where like she plays the character essentially, not necessarily like a guide or anything, but she's like nervous because she lives in St. Louis where we record, and every time that we're there, she's there, but she's always busy. But like I asked, like, you don't need to be nervous, like there's a reason I picked you, and it's because I think that no matter what you do, you're gonna make the right decision because I know you. Like I know you.
Yeah.
Like there's like the reason I picked you is because what I think you're going to contribute, whether or not you agree, is like worth reaching out and getting, because it's you. Like,
you know,
specifically
it doesn't
you.
matter what you make; it's that you made it.
Yeah, and like whatever it is what I needed, and I don't realize that because I don't know what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? I just know that you're the person.
Mm. And
I feel that way. Like that's how I make friends. Like it's like that. Like
yeah,
build relationships.
People are the best resource.
Yeah.
By far.
Mm-hmm. And like that's why I've been like that's like another reason that I've been coming here like more recently. Like I've been here more times this year than I have in the past like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I want everyone to be involved, and like being here is like more engaging. And even though like Steven and I have been friends since like real friends since probably my junior year of high school, his senior year, and like you and I have known each other less, even though we understand each other like a great deal.
Mm-hmm.
And we have like similar approaches to how we view like creativity and like what our aspirations are and stuff like that, and like how big we want to go in creative fields. There's still like, and I don't realize that like we haven't been friends for that long. No. Actually, like we really haven't.
It is unreal. I was looking at my Snapchat. I was in high school 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Which is like, what the fuck? Like that's a completely different thing.
Yeah, when we just happened to be in the same college class but I was only there for a semester.
It's honestly fucking it's Nick Brack. Nick is the reason like I've come this close to you guys, Because it was the stargazing when I went on stargazing.
Yeah, and that was the first. Yeah. Because
I was like, oh, you guys can talk the way like I want to be able to talk to people. Like this is that. We can just shoot the shit and like call it a podcast. That's what we do.
And Steven was like, Seth and I's first conversation like ever is like on camera.
yeah, it's fucking our first conversation that long. It was unreal. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah, and that's like it's become like super fruitful in ways that I did not foresee. You know.
No,
like I don't think anybody could have.
Dude, I'm so glad that we have this track to like pull it together, because it's so hard to get. Like, we obviously have a lot of friends that we can count on to help with stuff and to contribute things to a project that's bigger than us. But the hard part is getting that together, is getting that project together. Because after you get that like done, then making it, that's like you already know how you're gonna make it. But it's figuring out like constructing the way to make it that seems to be the tricky part. Because like I want NAMESTOO, and you obviously want your music to be a similar thing. It's like everybody gets a piece of the pie. Like everyone comes together for it, but like it's tough, and it takes a shitload of time too.
A lot of tears, a lot of like unpaid, like a lot of sometimes doubt.
A lot of shit paid too.
Yeah, like paying in, like sacrificing, like.
But yo, it's
investing.
Luckily, it's an investment. That's it's not a purchase. It's an investment.
Yeah, and I always thought it was worth it. Like a lot of people see it as, like you're wasting your time. Like you're not like. I don't know. I mean, well, a lot of people have told me that like, not being in school. Like my mom, like after I dropped out, or I didn't really drop out, but I also didn't really get kicked out. I just didn't go.
I opted out.
I just never like renewed my lease.
I abstained.
And my mom was like, I didn't really think you were meant for college anyway, which was like weird because
that's not a very classical mom thing to say.
And like it was also not pressure, but it was expected. I never felt pressure to like go to college. Like both my parents, I mean my dad still says that like stuff about college, and like I mean that's cool. Like I understand that I would have like a lot of opportunities given that he's like, especially now, because I could have gone to whatever school he was coaching at, but now that he's the head coach at Indiana State University's women's basketball team, that was announced this week.
Woo!
There's like another opportunity. Like that's my plan B. Like that's a crazy plan B.
Yeah.
Like that's a very solid plan B. Yeah. But I also hate saying that because that's not really true. Like there is no plan B. Honestly.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I feel the same way.
It's just a way to translate that to people, like that aren't.
This is what I'll do if I decide to be normal for a little bit.
Yeah, and I like it might. I mean, if I'm not gonna entertain it because good idea is gonna happen. I can't say it out loud because words become actions, become like who you are. What's that thing in school? Thoughts become words, words become actions, actions become character, character is who you are. But like,
yeah, that sounds good.
Something like that.
Anyway,
but like, Brandon and I have just been like going like every night, like we talk about it every day, like every night, like we're going over like his and I's albums, how we're gonna approach meeting with labels and priority, like labels that we're prioritizing. Video right now we're planning the good idea of video. What we're gonna do with the advance that we get from record labels, how we're gonna just like how we're gonna spend like each person on Cultural Deities, like what they're getting in advance, even though I'm not like a Cultural Deities like founder, like he is, like it's a real legitimate business that he owns, and like we're technically not signed, but like just the music, like he's trying to gauge it to me as like an artist, what's fair, because I'm an artist under him. So he's like, do you think like this would be fair for everybody? And I'll just be like, yeah. Like he's usually never like like he's very rarely, if he has ever, like, given, like, had the wrong approach. And now that we, like, live together, he was very hands-on, and the quality is, like, telling. Like, we took each other, like, very serious, and we took this whole album, like, way more serious, and we put way more time into it than we ever have. Like, it's just like, super focused. And I think it's gonna show. Like, the quality is definitely there. Yeah, that's a thing. Like, we last night, 2 nights ago, someone that I went to high school with who wants to do music, Jared brought him to the house, and he'd played him the song that Jared and I made, and then I played him some of the album, and I played him Good Idea, and he was just like, wow. Like,
it's really real music.
Yeah, like, that's the best compliment, is that it sounds like a real song.
And the thing is, that's the best compliment I could think to give. Because, I mean, I've been around even people that we know that make real music. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit to the nth degree.
Yeah, like, I thought I was. And like, they think they are too.
Yeah,
but,
and maybe
they're not
I'm a
wrong.
hater, and maybe I'm a hater, but like.
Yeah, and I don't think it's wrong of them to think, or of us to say it's not. I mean, it's probably more wrong of us to say it's not. But, like, there really is just a quality that you need to reach, and, like, and I think that I finally reached it.
For now,
like, this is like
the best
the thing
you can do in this.
I've always thought that it was the best I could do. That's why I always thought that, because it was the best I could do at that moment. And then I just, like, decided that, like, I was lying to myself. I wasn't. I was lying to myself about expectations, but I wasn't lying to myself about the effort. But then I was like, what do I need to do to reach those expectations I had? And I just really hope, I just, like everyone's telling me it shows. Everyone, like, there's been one person who, like, and I think his, like, the way I phrased it was wrong when I told him about, like, what I feel about the track. So he was like, I mean, I'm not going to go run and tell, like, someone about it. Like, go and, like, tell them, everyone, to listen to the song because it's amazing. Because, like, it's not that type of song. Mm-hmm. It's not, like, it's not Runaway, you know?
I don't know how many times I've heard a song, but aside my friends was like, I got to tell them about it really fast. But, like,
yeah. Like, it's just one of those songs, like, it's not, like, a moment in music that, like, everyone needs to hear.
No, but, like, maybe, if one person's like, yo,
this is tight, and then they just play it, and they're like,
and that's
then it just
the way
spreads.
You make the most. That's
and
the way you do the most.
That's
you
how
get
anything.
The most lasting is word of mouth from actual, not paid fucking advertising. It's from organic growth.
No, it's got to be someone that, like, other people listen to and are like, they need to be like, what have you been listening to? And I was like, oh, I heard this cool song by Saah Deluge featuring Zoya Maverick. Good idea. Like, the song is pretty cool, and then the girl, like, just kills it, and it's like it's pretty catchy. Like, you know, like, it's
it
just
is catchy.
Yeah, people tell me that. It never gets stuck in my head.
A good video does wonders.
And it's going to be.
The YouTube algorithm is fucking insane for finding music. I found a lot of good tracks on YouTube.
Yeah, the video is going to be great. It's going to be super appropriate, like, in terms of, like, the song. I mean, it's going to be, like, family friendly because the song is family friendly, but it's going to be just, like, such a good companion that it's just going to boost everything, the visuals. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
All right, dude, I would hate to end this thing short, but I got a buddy to catch at the bars tonight.
Oh, dude, no, we got it.
But I'm going to steal Nardwar's last question because it's the best question for interviews, is why should people care about Saah Deluge?
Why should people care about Saah Deluge?
Why should people care about you, Isaiah?
Because I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice person. I'm cool.
Yeah, I'll second that. Yeah, you're nice.
Yeah, I'm cool. It's a good song.
Because the
People
song's
care.
good.
Yeah, like if you like it, listen to it. That's all I can say. Like when it's out, yeah, I'm excited. I put a lot of work into it. If you know me, you should listen to it. If you don't, then check it out. You'll probably enjoy it. You'll catch yourself singing it by the end.
I catch myself singing all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm. All right, dude.
All right. What's the date today? April 22nd?
April 22nd.
April 22nd, 2020. Good idea. May 18th?
May 18th.
May 18th, 2021. Get your shit together. Let's do it, boys.
Yeah, Saah Deluge, Zoya Maverick.
Love you.